My name is John Vernon. Vocationally, I'm a pastor and have been a chaplain with the High Point Police Department and Fire Department, with the police department for 25 years and for the fire department 13 years. I have interacted with the EMS team many times on a lot of scenes, but never thought I would have to call them for myself. And so July 21st was that day for our family that was a major life-changing event. The only reason I didn't die that day at the time I went into VFib the first time is because I was in the back of an ambulance, and the paramedics, Thomas and the team, worked very quickly and very efficiently to get my heart back, to get me back. I actually was feeling well enough that I was joking with them as a police chaplain, a fire chaplain. I understand what Code 44 means, and with the police department, it's 1067, both meaning a deceased person. And so I joked with them and just said, okay, guys, I don't want to hear anything about Code 44 or 1067 today. And, we got a little chuckle out of that. Probably about 2 minutes later, I started feeling like I was going to pass out, and I just said, guys, I'm going out, and that's the last I remember. What I know at this point, after the fact, is that my heart immediately went into VFib, and ultimately, for about a 3-minute period, they administered CPR. I was shocked twice at 360J, and by the time we made it to High Point Hospital, I had regained heart rhythm and was actually talking again, was alert. And that began the process of what ultimately they determined in the cath lab that I had a 100% blockage of my left main coronary artery. I mean, my heart attack was called the Widowmaker for a reason. The doctor, when I came out of the cath lab, the cardiologist from the cath lab stepped across the hall with my family in the waiting room and just very bluntly said he should be dead. He should not have survived this. And that was very alarming for them, wrestling with the fact that they could have been planning a funeral instead of celebrating me coming home, 7 days later. It's just been a very, that was an emotional journey for everybody. Just the fact that I was alive and able to come back home, that was a very special day. And then Thanksgiving and Christmas this past year were really very special. Again, not only for me, because I recognized that the reality was that I might have already spent my last Thanksgiving and Christmas with my family, and I have been given another, I've been given the chance to continue celebrating that with my family. And so I think we all have a much greater appreciation for life now than we did then. Not that we didn't appreciate life before, but when you come to a place where you are really at the door of death and really could have died, and according to doctors should have died, and you're still here, that's just a powerful thing. I remember that first day there after the surgery in CCU, just beginning to feel such a deep sense of gratitude, not only for the fact that I was alive, but a sense of gratitude for all the people who had been involved in the process of helping keep me alive. That's just, I already, as a chaplain, I already had a great deal of love and appreciation for first responders, because that had been part of my own life for 25 years. That's what I had been doing, is caring about first responders. But I never expected that those first responders would be part of saving my own life. This happening to me made that appreciation become extremely personal. It went far deeper than what it had ever been before. So I didn't have far to go as it relates to having an appreciation for first responders, but I went far deeper on a personal level in my level of appreciation for what they do every day, several times a day. And I think that's critically important. I had been on a lot of scenes where people died as a result of massive heart attacks. And so to think that I was one who had survived that, and not only survived a heart attack, but survived one of the worst heart attacks that anybody can have. Just the sense of gratitude that I began feeling for everybody that was part of that journey. Everybody was critical that day, and so I realized that the whole team was vitally important. Certainly, I will forever be grateful to Thomas and the team that arrived at my house that day. Obviously, they had no clue what they were heading into, and they didn't know me, but they did what they've been trained to do. And because they were there, and because they acted quickly and did what they were trained to do, I'm alive today. I'm here. And so I will forever be grateful to them for what they did. They were there at the critical moment. I needed them to be there, and I'm alive today because of it. And I would say to everybody else, the rest of the Guilford County EMS team, as well as many other first responders, but specifically the paramedics and EMTs, you never know when these events are going to happen, these and other types of events where people's lives are right on the edge of living and dying. And don't ever think that what you do is not important. Don't ever think that what you do is boring. Any given moment, somebody's life may be on the edge, and you are the only ones that can help them in those moments. And so I thank you all for what you do. I applaud you for what you do, and I just tell you to keep doing it, please. Do what you've been called to do what you've been trained to do, and stay safe.